Harrybo. Once my friend Harrybo came to school crying. We said, "What's the matter? What's the matter?" And he said his granddad had died. So he didn't know what to say. Then I said, I came, and then we all screwed Harrybo's granddad. Yeah. That's right. Yeah.
I met this girl when I was 3 years old, and what I love most, she had so much soul. She said, "My name is Wendy and I like to blow years." Now everybody got the game figured out all wrong. I guess you never know what you got till it's gone.
I'm talking.
Yeah.
I want the king.
My boy.
As you know, it was our plan to go out today to the Sex Museum. Even as I speak. Would you believe it? I can see that Donna has opened her fan. I don't believe it. I really don't believe it. I really don't. If you remember last time, Alfred put one of those little chocolates in his big butt, and yes, it melted. Yes. Of course, you're not listening, are you, Lydia? But then, of course, you didn't listen last time, did you? And then you wondered why you sat on Lloyd's dick. Do we go sliding on the shiny dick and bursting on the floor of the Sex Museum?
Yes.
Correct. Right. When there's complete quiet, you'll find your partners and fuck and master. Yes, you as well, Abdul. You're Thank you, Mervyn. That's enough. I'm very glad you've got jam in your ass, Mervyn. We're all glad you've got jam in your ass, Mervyn. Fuck you, David Alexander. I'm very sorry, Mervyn, but nobody at all wants to know about the jam in your ass, Mervyn. Now, when you're ready, when you're quiet, we'll all go. That doesn't mean leaping up in the air, does it, Karen? Mervyn, if I hear about your ass, your jam, or the jam in your ass, if I hear about any of it once more, I shall fuck the ducks. David Alexander. Ducks, dicks. Yes, John. What do you want? I don't know what ducks, John. Any ducks. I don't know. Last time, Warren had eaten Louise Comte before she even got to school. Lord. Yes. Why not leave your burning Comte behind, Louise? There's an old shit deep down in my arse. Smell it. Smells nice. Finger in, lick it. Tastes nice. If there's one thing I love, it's masturbation. I love the feel of my hand working the shaft of my fat red penis. Look out the window. There's a fat, angry ginger.
Do I look like I would hurt someone?
Oh, yeah.
No!
Ha! 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 No one understands how Jewish I am. Michael's Big Butt of Bad Things, Part 2.
Glaze the top with olive oil or olive oil.
Tonight, I can report to the American people and to the world that the United States has conducted an operation that killed
Michael Rosen,
the leader of Al-Qaeda.
a long time ago. I can't still remember how that music used to make me smile, and I knew if I had my chance that I could make those slums dance and maybe they'd be horrible for while. And if there's one thing I can't stand, it's poor people. My mum and dad gave me the cross, and I murdered hundreds of poor people, hundreds and hundreds of them, and everything was lovely once again. Wonderful. And if there's one thing I love, it's you choose to. When I was a boy, I had a favourite treat. It was when my mum sucked my flappy, puffy cash. Don't pour baby gravy on the baby. Hand on the bridge, feel the rhythm of the rain. Hand on the window, feel the rhythm of train. Hey! My dad had a favourite page in Michael's big penis platform, 9 3/4. The party at school, Harrybo gave everyone letters. I opened my letter. What's in it? It said, "Come to my birthday party on the 37th of May." Anyway, after school, I said to my mum, "Can I go to Harrybo's party?" And she says, "No, Harrybo is a little puff." So I start to sulk. Then she said, "Okay, you could go, but," and this is a big but, "don't you dare drink." Okay, I said, okay. Yeah, okay. So I went to Harrybo's home, and there were hundreds of kids, hundreds and hundreds of them. I gave my present to Harrybo. It was a duck made of plasticine. He was very pleased. He scooped it together and pushed it into his ear. Anyway, I saw George. In a weedy little voice, I sang, "Hello!" But George didn't say anything. And I suddenly catch sight of Harrybo's granddad. There he is, sitting there, reading. I sit down in front of him, so I said, "Hello!" He goes on reading. I think I'll make him notice. I put my cock in his tea. He goes on reading. I think I'll really make him notice. Oh yeah. I put his cock into my arse. He tries to pretend I'm not there. It's no good. He can't. My butt is dribbling away like mad round the edge of his penis. It was then I noticed Harrybo's granddad was dead. I went to Harrybo and I said, "Your granddad is dead." "Oh no, he isn't," says Harrybo cheerily. I said, "Look, your granddad, he's dead." So he got up and there was Harrybo's granddad, stuck on its side on the chair, mouth open, eyes staring, stiff, dead. It wasn't one of his magic tricks. And Harrybo turned to me and said, "I don't care." Not long after, Melanie seduced me. We began to have sex. Oh no, the moment I dread when I have sex with a woman. "Get off me!" I start roaring. And then Melanie started crying. So I got up and I began hunting for George. I found George in the toilet with the bus conductor. "Ooh, fuck this shit," I said. So I went home. Mum said, "Did you have a good time?" So I said, it was absolutely shit. And Mum said, "Never mind, dear. I don't suppose you want a blow, George." "I don't suppose I do."
My face is made of plasticine.
And he said, "What do they grow in Jamaica?" And I didn't put my hand up for that one in case I said, "We." Michael's big bubbers, 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 bubber, 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 bubbers. Part 1. So there we are, sitting on the sofa, and we're watching
Hi, I'm
telly.
Ainsley Harriott, and this is one of the recipes for my new cookbook, just 5 ingredients. Carpaccio of pineapple with chili and passion fruit syrup. Really very, very
This is really brilliant. I loved rain sleep. And Mum says, "Michael, it's drill time." And she says, "Go upstairs, wash your wang, clean your cough. I can't stand looking at you another minute. So it's up the butt, into the bathroom, shut the door, and yeah. It was time to muck about. Plug in, taps on, flick water at the mirror. Yes! 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 Yeah, and I hear my mum going, Michael, what's the silly noise going on? I said, oh yeah. Whee! She went flying out the window. And my dad burst in and he goes, your mother out of the window. It was her. Bubbas. And the room filled up with bubbas. There were bubbas flying round the room. And they were all pointing at me going, ay, 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 ay. Once I went to my subscriptions and I thought, what's in it? Oh no! The moment I dread when CS188 to make a boop of me. The Michael Rosen rocks. Wonderful. Once my brother went to my computer and deleted my porno, hundreds of gigabytes, hundreds and hundreds of them. I was absolutely furious. A few days later, I got my sweet revenge. I peed in his suit. His suit. Here goes. It was lovely. Not long after, my brother drinks. And I'm standing there laughing, oh no! And then that really does it. He gets a knife and he starts cutting into the flesh of my skull. Then I give a shout, get off me! Yay! Then, suddenly, my mum gets to my brother's door. She said, is everything all right? My brother said, okay, yeah, okay, don't worry about it. Meanwhile, I was bleeding away like mad, dribbling blood all over the carpet, and all the time my brother is not taking any notice of Michael. What's he doing? He's trying to be distracting. Look out the window. There's a tree. Not long after, I went to the hospital. I lay there in a bed eating hospital food. It tasted like a fat slimy ginger. Oh no, this is horrible. I start moaning. It was then I noticed my dad. She was really hot. So then I noticed my nurse. She was really hot. So I tried looking down her shirt. It's no good because she was wearing a tight bra. Oh, damn it. Suddenly, she's asking me, do you want an apple? No. Do you want steak? No. What do you want then? So I said, I want you to sit on the top of my huge, meaty, erect, 65-year-old penis until I come in your tight, unshaven hair, a little snatch, and you scream like a little girl. Actually, that wasn't very nice. Anyway, so that's how I got into prison. Wow, 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 wow. Great. Yeah, medium. I like it when you go to those places where they fiddle-diddle with a 2-year-old. Nice. And that's when I get into really big trouble. YouTube. Right, as you know, it was our plan to go out today to the Shop Museum. You know, when I was at the school, we used to think it was really racy. You cut up photographs, yeah? And that was amazing because you cut them up and you could have the bloke's head on a woman's naked body. Fantastic! That was just brilliant. I had hoped that it wouldn't be necessary for pingers, sticks, slide round your mouth, slide round your mouth, slide round your mouth, pingers. CS188 says thanks for 12,000 subscribers. Fucking crazy! We had a teacher who was so sexy. She used to stand out the front going, "No masturbating." And you had the whole morning to inspect her jugs. You'd hear them jacking off behind you. And there was always a horny kid going, "Meh, could you suck my cock?" And she'd say, "No." Do you know, at the beginning of the week, there were 48 kids in my class. At the end of the week, there were only 5 of them left. Yeah, do you know, at the end of the day, you'd be stepping over cum just to get out the room. "Oh no, there's Melanie. That's a shame, she's really hot." Then suddenly one day, our teacher said there was an inspector coming in. She said he wasn't going to inspect us, he was going to inspect her vagina. Later that day, he came in, he had a moustache, and he looked at our teacher, Miss Goodall, and then her teeth, and then her ass, and then our teacher, Miss Goodall, blows the inspector. And he said, "Start moaning, you fucking horror." Miss Goodall was trying very hard not to drink the cum. Miss Goodall looked awful. Harrybo was sitting in front of me and I saw him snort and start giggling. "Sorry, what did you say?" said the inspector. I said, "Our teacher, Miss Goodall, has a Harry fat banana in her mouth." "You're right, quite right." Miss Goodall was delighted, I was delighted, the inspector's cunt was delighted. My dad says after the war was over, everyone came. There weren't going to be any more Michael Rosen YTPs. There weren't going to be any more black people. There weren't going to be any more people out of work. That was 40 years ago. Now they're trying to invent spaceships that drop shit. The car crash. Mum says, "Right, you two, I'm driving and I can't drive properly. Do you understand?" So we go, "Okay, Mum, okay. Don't worry about it." And off we go. And then we start drinking and driving. Mum says, "Can I have a drink?" I said, "No." Mum says, "That's my fucking beer." And Mum tries to be exciting. Look out the window. There's sex. Mum says, "Right, I'm crashing the car. I am crashing the car." She crashed. My big dick says, "Hi, Mum. I noticed that my..." Ow! That hurt! That's Guy from The Project. There we all were, sitting in our desks, like your mama. And we kept talking about mass murder. And if there's one thing I love, it's murder. I think you know what I mean. Die, please. Anyway, our teacher, Miss October 1T12, said there was a new kid coming in. How do I feel about it? I don't know. I'm just worried that this guy is black. And everyone knows black people always get into trouble. You think I'm making it up, but this is totally true. Go ahead and Google it. It's all there. And if you don't believe it, you is a fool and you must seek medical attention immediately. Go on, I'll wait. believe it, you cunts? Trip. As you know, it was our plan to go out today to the It's Museum. Mr. Rosen? Yes, Josh, I want this suit. No, you can't put it back. Okay? Gay bastard. What did you say, boy? Nothing. Hey, Warren, I've got jam in my sandwiches. Mervyn, I was only saying. When I grow up, I want to be just like Elvis. That's why I want to start training now. Joe, get out of there. Fuck.
Mr. Rosen, George and Alfred are sliding on the floors.
Oh no. You two, stop right there. Watch out. What? That was fun. Oops. Ha! I've got Elvis. It's fun. Hey, put that down. What is this, Jack? No! No! I can't get a moment's peace round here. The deep sheet. I was busy all day today, and I think before I go fat and nap, I want to take this 2-year-old girl and fucking slaughter that bitch with a knife. Now, who wants to watch me? Nobody wants to watch. What if I rape her ass afterwards? No, really? Well, how about if I brutally murder you? Would you want to watch now? Right, dig in. Die, bitch, die. Nice. The magic bump. Today, I made a bump in the wall. It was lovely. Bitch. Creepy game. Dad, we were playing when we had pneumonia. I was a frying pan smuggler, and I had to get £20,000 off bacon through the customs for us to win Mum's dead cat. There were 3 ways to get cold pickles. 1, shut your mouth. I'll stuff it in your mother. Slills. They looked in my shit. They looked in my toffee. They looked in my coffee. Down my fruit salad. But they never thought to look in my grandmother. Hooray! I got Nick. Don't expect us to buy you presents, prick. I took this cat. I shoved it into his trousers. Look, when you go to help, there'll be a knife in your bed. So I just sat there and then I said, lemon. So I think if I finger my mum every night, and no one would know anything about it. I hope it doesn't just disappear. My brother's dead. Yes, nice warm feeling. You haven't eaten Bubba and Zeta, have you? My brother said, I have to shoot. You always shunt cheese on the floor. It's not fair. And he stuffs my finger into the dick slime. Ow, you horror. Suddenly, I feel a little speck of semen on my face. And I jizz on the kitchen door handle. He's got the skyfoogle under the water. It's filling up with dirty, soapy Michael nuts. And it's squished all over my face. And I get his old bicycle and fling it at him. My brother just fell over and died. Hooray! I'd suck his toenails. And Dad squirts cum all over my hair. And this liver all over the floor. Your ass was pretty clean after we'd mopped it all up.
Cheese.
Michael's big flappy butt. I was on the window and I was cleaning my hamster really hard and I came. Hi everybody. Anything horrible happened today? Oh come on, fuck me. Michael, I'm in the bedroom and I'm sitting on my brother's Michael's big ass book of boobers. Bam, bam. It felt like the room filled up with Jewish horse racing on the telly, and I go round behind the sofa. I stop breathing, and I keel over and die. Here comes Long Dick, and here comes Shram and Sheddle into a special jar of useless information. Prod my squidgy ass hole. Ow! That hurt! Maybe I could bury Harrybo's granddad. Good thinking. Oh yeah, I was just glad I found the pirate. I can't stand looking at you, stupid. In the morning, my dad taps your mother. So he comes into my brother's, asks, how did the bacon get in my soap?
I made it myself!
And I toot all over his face. And then you stuck the top of your dick in your father's ice cream. I go and stand on the shiny Kit Kat. I'm waiting for pneumonia. And a boy and a girl fart down a long, long road to nowhere. At 10 to 5, Mum's behind open, so I can't see her children's shoes. And I'm thinking of this book about Michael Rosen who goes from house to house asking for somewhere to die. Someone stolen Mick's Christmas pants. She had won a state poetry competition judged by the poet Twinkly the cat. Underneath the tent, it started to smell of old wrinkled feet. I poked a hole straight through and you're asked, oh, there's dry old cabbage.
100 subscribers. Okay.
It's a dump in your head. It's your brains. It's
Harrybo's granddad.
squeezing your wing. It's Michael Rosen.
Motherfuckers.
Horrible. I was starving. All I had for breakfast was one fried goldfish and 15 goldfish burgers. It was 2:03. So I bought a pizza, a goldfish pizza. I began to eat. It really does it. My eyes pop out. So then I woke up. Not a sack. So I went to sleep. So then I woke up. Oh. I don't know what the fuck is going on. Listen right and listen right. I'm the fastest in the land. Slops of spicy, sloppy, hamburger. Yeah. 16 in the plug and 1 in the pool. Michael Rosen is about to make some bodies turn cold. Now they rant and rave. It's a tad bit late. Michael Rosen and Harrybo had to break you late. Balam bam boola, balam da diddy boom.
Everyone's a little bit racist.
Babyshitter 2, or How I Learnt to Love Babies. When I get an erection with my fat cock, there's one thing I love. It's Miss Goodall Snatch. I love the feel of my cock on the tight skin. Then I make my cum jump into her mouth. The coolness and the wetness and the stickiness and the lockness. Once a boy called Dolph came to school. He had a moustache and said, I hate you. Blimey. Get out of here. The Michael Rosen has escaped. We all got up and started doing the Michael Rosen rave. Into my mouth. Hot fuck. We sit down to eat and the potato's a bit hot. So I only put a little, you know, can I blow? Strict. We had a teacher who was so strict, you weren't allowed to wank in her snatch. The Michael Rosen wank. Right, I'm stopping this. I don't think it's funny. You can't kill me. Michael Rosen.